Today on Great Places Seen, we travel across West Texas as infamous straightaways give way to undulations and sprawling cityscapes on the way to mountain winter sunsets, deep dark night skies, and brilliant morning light rising over rocky peaks. Drive in as we slice through beautiful Texas hill country to reach a warm winter oasis. My drive today takes me from central West Texas along Interstate 10. It's of course a very big state, and I won't reach its western border even with a full day behind the wheel. I've left Gonzales and Balmorhea State Park in my travel west, staying at state parks along the way not too far off the highway, but, as I've discovered, seem far removed from the fast-paced speed of modern travel. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. Hey, thank you. And to the rest of you, hey, scoot over a bit and let them in. Just kidding. Thanks for your continued support. Central Texas is straight ahead with light traffic on this holiday Monday. It's also a very cold day to be out, which I'm sure is keeping the roads less traveled. Fine with me. Makes my drive easier.
I just passed a sign, 32 miles to San Antonio, and got to thinking, I don't recall coming through a major city where a half hour out it was this wide open.
30 miles outside most cities, you'll see a lot of development. Especially along the dense eastern corridor from D.C. toward New York and Boston. It's almost constant. You even see a lot a half hour outside of Houston. But huge expanses of land seem to stretch out to the horizon this close to San Antonio. Strangely, it actually makes Texas feel even larger. Still, visible signs along the highway are unmistakable. This city is growing. It's the third largest in Texas and the 24th in the United States. Known, of course, for the Alamo, Riverwalk, NBA San Antonio Spurs, and, of course, lots of great Tex-Mex food. But while I'm peeking at landmarks going by, I've really got to pay attention to my lanes. While I-10 cuts straight through, the road splits before actually becoming an exit as you reach the city, and then as I wind and twist under overpasses heading away to the west. I'm looking at every sign to reassure myself I'm in the right place. Like traveling through Houston, San Antonio has its share of impressive highway engineering. I really have come through here at the right time if this concrete sprawl is any indication of the normal weekday traffic volume. It just keeps going. And yet, only a half hour from the city, I'll again be cruising through wide-open expanses. I'm also reminded for a second straight day of potential winter weather bearing down on south-central Texas. Much of I-10 has rows of white lines in each lane, pre-treatment for ice. I'm still outrunning the weather, staying ahead of snow and ice that's reaching unusual areas, from here all the way to Florida. Look, more huge sweeping bridges and overpasses under construction, like on the eastern approach. Yeah, San Antonio is definitely getting bigger. Architecture seems to have changed a bit while exiting San Antonio, and so has the landscape. I've reached hill country and more interesting views.
Ooh, we're up to 80 mile an hour speed limits now. I'm a little under that at 70. Second day in Texas. Spending a third night in Texas, and now we've reached hill country. So a lot of up and down driving. It's not flat anymore. Got a fair distance to cover today on the way to Balmorhea State Park. This is in West Texas, not quite to El Paso, pretty much where the junctions of Interstate 10 and 20 are. It's a very cold day today. Temperature is 33. We're just above freezing. It was freezing this morning, leaving Balmorhea State Park in Gonzales, Texas. So, more cold temperatures tonight. That's okay. We're ready for them. Done it before. Let's head on to Balmorhea. right off of I-10.
I enjoy places like this. I just think it's fun driving between these huge cuts through the hills. Each one is a little different. All make me feel as if I'm conquering the harsh wilderness with ease. I like the rocks. I appreciate the work that went into this.
And to think the early pioneers didn't have any cut-throughs like this. They had to go up and over all of it. I think I much prefer my covered wagon. With each mile, it seems that the passes are getting deeper, taller, steeper. Our first sense that we are truly in the West.
Look, I won't get too philosophical, but I've got some time to think while I'm on the road. You know, only people who have lived in the past 100 years or so have been able to travel like this. We are the futuristic people who couldn't have been imagined by those who lived centuries earlier. Well, some like Leonardo da Vinci had ideas, but you get the thought.
You know, I was told by a friend that coming out of San Antonio, scenery was rather boring. Just long stretches of road, not much to see. Well, this is boring. Hey, give me more. I like it.
Of course, there are still a lot of miles that look like this. I can understand why some see this as tedious. But it really doesn't take much time to go around a corner or over a hill and see something new appear. Besides, I've got plenty of music. My phone occasionally pings with junk mail. I'm keeping an eye on the trailer and dashboard stats. I mean, there's always something going on.
It's nice to know comfort is just a mile away.
Perhaps I'm a little enamored by this drive more than most. I've mentioned that for most of my professional career, it involved international travel. Now I have the chance to see much more of my own country. And believe it or not, this is my first continuous drive across it. Yeah, I've flown and rented cars, but I've never just taken off on my own and have driven for days and weeks. I'm 10 miles under the speed limit. Not like there's any traffic I'm slowing down. But even at 80, look, Texans drive as fast on the side roads. Ahead, I finally see proof I'm outrunning winter weather. I'm enjoying my trek across Texas. It's so large and diverse, from the Gulf shores to big cities and the rugged West. I think at some point I might take a Texas-only trip and spend more time exploring here. It really is like a country of its own. Lone Star? I give it 5 stars. Or maybe 6 Flags.
It's great to come around the corner and see blue sky ahead. Well, just made a quick stop, check out everything. The hub temperatures are really cool. It's only 40 degrees outside, but there's a lot of gusty wind. Everything is running nice and cool and smooth, and this is a great day to travel. Great time of year to travel over here. I really like it. Even with freezing temperatures at night, really very few worries out here on the road, especially today, especially right now. The sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful landscape. I'm liking this.
A quick rest stop to mention GPS 2, the companion channel that has extra video not used in the episodes. There are campground and road tours if you're planning to stay where I've been, and other random things I've posted. Check out the playlists to find out what you might like to see. The sun is dropping fast in the winter sky. Short hours of daylight are what I'm really fighting each day. Another reason why I'd like to visit again. Realizing as cold as it is now, Texas can be as equally hot later. Cold is good for helping keep anything mechanical from overheating, and myself for that matter when I'm hiking or biking a lot. The sun at least tells me I'm close to the park, which like the others is convenient but removed. It looks nice, very flat, and the campground is paved and leveled with 34 sites. I still have some light, so it's on the bike right away to get a look around. I had settled on Balmorhea simply for location without knowing any details, and that's part of the fun. I'll find out what this park is all about. I did learn, like so many other parks, the Civilian Conservation Corps developed this in the 1930s Great Depression era. Over here, they built this motel-style retro lodging if you're not camping. That's pretty cool. The water in the park is obviously warm. It's a geothermal area, as I'll learn. This water is very clear and steamy. The park has a large group hall with its own large picnic area. The park itself isn't that big, but it seems to be set up more like a resort vacation area. Raising the camera over the fence, there's another large gathering area, with what looks like a pool. Yeah, it's actually fed by the San Solomon Spring, which is the source of the warm water throughout the park. It happens to be the world's largest spring-fed swimming pool. The website touts it as crystal clear water and fish. It gives new meaning to the phrase, swimming with the fishes. Basketball and picnic tables are next to the spring. You could really have some large gatherings. Well, probably when it's warmer. The views are good too, as mountains flank the park on 3 sides.
Well, this is certainly one place where they don't have to worry about the water freezing.
There is a nature area next to the campground with a pavilion overlooking a pond and tall grasses. I'm sure the wildlife is happy. It's warm even with the freezing air above. It's a restored desert wetlands oasis, home to endangered fish and other wildlife. Again, clear water with views. And desert plants to truly welcome me to the west. With sundown behind the ridge, I'm heading back to the trailer. Although cold with wind now, the overnight will drop about 30 degrees to well below freezing. The surrounding mountains are varied, from rounded slopes to rugged peaks and long flat mesas. There's really no hiking inside this park other than walking along the short road. You would need to drive farther down the road to Davis Mountains Park, nestled inside those ridges on the horizon. I read the campsites there are uneven, but there's a lot more wildlife. Again, I've happened on a good site with nothing more to go on than a map. This one gives me a surrounding view of the mountains. Since I have essentially seen this park already, I'll get an early jump on travel tomorrow. But for now, take in these views. This is an area I certainly could spend more time exploring.
The Aldi heat does very well, but sometimes it takes the glycol a little bit of time to heat up when it's really cold. It's not super cold right now, but overnight it's supposed to be down into the teens, and the temperature is dropping right now. So I've put on the heat pump for a little while just to kind of boost things inside, and then the glycol will be sufficient. There are some beautiful views out the window, for sure. Well, this should be a pretty good view for breakfast. This may not be the most scenic park, but if you're in the right place, you can look out your window and have a great view. Usually it's the rear window where I see all the scenic views. These clouds to the east are lighting up. That's the east. Amazing. Beautiful. And the actual sunset is about 90 degrees to the right of this. These clouds over here to the east and southeast are just lighting up. Beautiful evening in West Texas. Good morning from Balmorhea State Park. Just a little chilly this morning. Not too bad, huh? I'm going to assess my situation here, make sure that everything is working. I've got heat pump on, I've got Aldi on. I should be okay as far as all my lines are concerned. But I still need to double check everything and kind of get my game plan together for leaving here and moving on to Arizona, where it's also going to be cold. There's a little bit of a moon outside, pretty dark. I mean, there are no city lights here or anything. I see some campers with lights over there already up. It's 6 a.m. right now. Sunrise probably in another hour and a half. Believe it or not, there were tent campers out there last night. Yeah, I know you can camp in this weather and have heaters and all that stuff, but that's just a bit much, I think, for weather like this. The bathhouse is very warm. I was there last night, cleaning up a few things and using it, so that's good. I can get a shower there.
and it's a full campground, so I'm sure many other people here are also going to be using it. I'll probably use it a little bit later in the morning, right before I leave. That way, hopefully there won't be a crowd of people all in there at once. My concern is I have some water in my holding tank. It's not full, so if there's any ice expansion in there, it's got room. It all should be pretty warm. The Aldi system is warm underneath. I feel that. I know all the internal lines are warm. I'm leaving that on while I'm traveling because it's not going to be above freezing until, you know, midday. And then I'll try to let some water out before I get to Arizona. They have a really nice area out here to clean your things up, although you're probably not going to do much of that at the moment. Yeah. Lights are on a timer. It's very nice in here and super warm. I mean, this is the coldest it's going to be for the day right now at 18 degrees. It actually went up a tenth of a degree while I was talking, so yes, it is warming up, but very good in here. The good news is out here, it's not windy. It would be absolutely brutal if there was wind, and right now it's fairly calm, so that makes 18 degrees extremely tolerable. Weren't those stars amazing? I hope that video came out real well, that time lapse. So clear outside. Of course, we're out in the desert. Clear winter skies. And the amount of detail that you could see, I could see so much more without my glasses than I can in the city. Just amazing night sky, and I'm sure the time-lapse doesn't do it justice, but I always like to take a time-lapse of the night sky where I'm at. It's just kind of neat, I think. And last night's was spectacular. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a treat that I don't get that often on the East Coast. This is a super dark site here, and really the locations that I'll be in many places out west will be equally as dark. So I'm looking forward to the next week or so of really nice skies, as long as they're clear. There's supposed to be some clouds moving in today, according to the weather forecast. By 2-3 in the morning, the park staff said there was a slight chance of snow today. I don't see it, but again, weather can change pretty fast. Right now, fairly clear skies and cold. Well, another 0.2 degrees. It is now 18.9 degrees outside. Yay! You know, for me, I'm staying on Eastern time, so it's 7:30 in the morning. Not bad. 6:30 here. The facilities were empty, so I'm going to go ahead in now and get my shower and get ahead of the game, and then everything I need to do will be right here in the trailer until it's time to leave. Well, I feel like that was a win. Clearly the showers had not been used yet, and the water was really warm. I could have stayed in there longer, but the light's on a timer. So that wouldn't have been good had it gone off. Anyway, feeling much better. That's done. And yeah, looking forward to a good day here. That's waxing gibbous moon. Just enough to give me light to come back. I don't need a flashlight or anything. Plenty of moonlight. I can see where I'm going, and oh, look, there's the trailer. A little bit of fog at the top of these mountains. Early morning departure, and I'm about to do the same. Well, this would explain why there is plenty of hot water in the bathhouse. This warm spring here, very warm, and the temperature has now dropped to 16 degrees outside. The morning sunlight and very low temperatures highlight the warmth of the spring water. It's a great winter stop if you find yourself in West Texas this time of year. It's still on Eastern time. It's actually 8:20 local time, and I'm going to get about an hour earlier start today than I did yesterday, so I should get to camp with a little bit more daylight time, which will be nice. Expecting clear weather heading west. All of the inclement weather has been to the east, so I'm looking forward to a very good driving day. Chilly, but good. More than 15 million gallons of water flow through the swimming pool each day, gushing from the San Solomon Springs. The pool is up to 25 feet deep. It covers 1.3 acres and holds 3.5 million gallons of water. The water temperature, they say, stays between 72 and 76 degrees year-round. This bird has flown, so am I. Thanks for traveling with me, and follow GPS to the next destination as I travel farther west.